Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, 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 hi. Cheers. Yes, you can. Excellent. Well, that's positive. That is positive. Hello, Fair. Sorry, I'm running just a tad behind. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, chat room, for joining me. It's a bit like that today. As long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. I'm going to mute that. What happens if I mute that? Still hear me okay? I just want to test the intro. Hang on. Just testing it. You can hear the intro okay? Yes. Excellent. Alright. Let's go with that. Alright, as I said, apologies. I'm running just a tad behind. Good morning, Mrs. Rock Guru. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Alright, well, I think we've got everything sorted. Just bear with me for a moment. Just need to cut and paste. Just need to cut and paste some stuff I forgot to do. Alright. We will get started, and hopefully the Aussie internet will behave this week. Behave. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. And 3, 2, 1.
Whatever it is you enjoy about the World of Warcraft, we have a challenge for you. Adventure. This is the WoW Challenges podcast. And here's your host, Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. I'm your host Leeta, and this is episode 345 on Saturday 9th of September 2023, or if you're here in Aussie land or the part of the world that's ahead, it's Sunday the 10th, which is also my sister's birthday, so not that she will ever hear this, but happy birthday to my sister Alison. She's turning 21. Again. She's younger. For those that don't know, yes, my brother's birthday was 2 days ago. He's born the 8th. My sister is the 10th. My nephew, who's my brother's youngest, is tomorrow, the 11th, so it's a very busy month, September. But yes, so she's, her birthday today. I haven't given her, her present yet from Execute, myself, and the fur babies, but I have got, her present, and I will take it upstairs and give it to her a bit later, so that'll be good. And my mother said that she wants Chinese food for dinner, so I'm sure there will be some honey chicken and special fried rice in my future, which is always a good thing. Absolutely, absolutely. So, anyway, good morning, chat room. Nice and busy. Let's see who we have got in the chat. Busy having chatty chats, which is fantastic. We've got Fair and Chris. Thank you for being here. Wonderful mods that you two are. Mwah, mwah. Appreciate you both greatly. We have got Mrs. Rock Guru. We've got Zep. We've got, looks like Tiber is there somewhere as well. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for being here and hanging out with me while I do the stream live. So thank you very much. All right. Well, lots of things have been going on. So I thought we might start off with a quick chat before we dive into the news. So let's talk about patch 10.1.7 is live. It's live. So, Fair had written a couple of things down for me, or one thing that, and I didn't fully understand until I was in game yesterday. So this is my week. I jumped on Wednesday night, which was the first night after the patch I was able to sit down, and I wanted to play because I was like, yay, patch is here. I've got a couple hours. I'm gonna jump in, start doing some stuff. The download, even though it said I'd pre-downloaded, there was another download and it wouldn't tick over. It wouldn't download. It kept saying that there was another download happening, and until that was fixed. It was really weird because when I looked in to the BattleNet and I'm looking and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Like, everything was showing that nothing else, like there was stuff queued, because obviously I think there was Hearthstone stuff, there was some, I can't even remember, there was like 4 things, and I thought, okay, well, I'll at least get the WoW, jump in so I can have a play around. It wasn't happening, so I walked away to, like prep food for the next day for execute myself and, do some housework. I come back and it still wasn't, and I was like, what the hell's going on? I didn't know. So anyway, I went and did one of my puzzles that I've been doing, a lot of puzzles. So I went and did that for a while, came back, still wasn't happening. So I thought, okay, I need to go to sleep. I'm buggered. I'm absolutely buggered. So I let it go, and then it finally had downloaded whatever was going on. And I didn't get time to play. So my first time to sit down and play was yesterday. Thankfully I didn't hop on any challenge tunes because I wanted to jump on Leeta. I wanted to start some of the new quests. I had 4 things that I wanted to do. One was to go to Darkmoon Fair, pick up the Grizzly trophies, get the professions for my main. After that was to start the new, storyline stuff, and also to have a look at the new Secrets of Azeroth. Then, after I'd done those 4 things, I was going to jump over and start, taking some of my challenge tunes to Darkmoon Fair, because it ends today. Well, tonight for me. I dozed off about 7 times in might have been more, in the couple of hours that I was trying to get stuff done, and I think I dozed off, worst case. I'm gonna say that it might have been 10 minutes. My husband doesn't know, don't tell him, because he probably would have sent me straight to bed. Um, and therefore I was like, no, I'm done. Thank God I didn't hop on a challenge tune. Funny thing though, I was up in Valdrakken, you know where the Whelp School is, where you do all those quests for the Whelplings and all of that. At one point, I was doing stuff and I dozed off. And next thing, and it was seriously what, for like 10 seconds, however long it takes you to fall off Feldraken, fall down into the river. You know, the river in between kind of Veldraken and Waking Shores. And Leeta went splat. So, yeah. Anyway, that was a very real thing. So, yeah. So, thank goodness I didn't hop in any challenge tunes yesterday. That's probably the main thing. But I didn't quite get everything done that I wanted to, but you know, it is what that is. So I did notice there's the sell junk button was there when you go to the vendor. So Fair had put in the notes that there's this new sell junk button when you go to a vendor. Challenge tunes probably don't want to use it since we keep our white grey gear items. Exactly. She said, I haven't looked for any ways to customize it in the UI. We'll keep an eye on add-ons because I find its position in the vendor frame annoying. And I must admit, I didn't fully notice it until I had to go repair my gear. And it was, yeah, it was a little bit, I was trying to see if that was a thing that you can turn off. So if anyone knows, I hadn't fully looked at it, but I, even on, like on Leeta, I have a couple of grey item, they're long time gifts that previous guildies have given me, even before I moved over to Earthen Ring. So there's stuff that I don't want to get rid of. I keep them in my bag. They take up 2 slots. Excuse me. So if I hit that, it would sell them, and I was like, no. Sorry, allergies today. It's very windy outside. Spring has hit badly. Fair says, yeah, I'd love to know. I don't like it being the closest button there. Yeah, even if that's probably a good point. If there was a way that you could shift, you know, like the order of how those buttons are at the vendor, that would be good, because if it was the, you know, to the left, to me that would be good. Let me just mute myself. I need to cough. Hang on. Apologies on that. So yeah, that to me would be really handy, because again, for challenge tune, people playing challenge tunes, to me it's not something that we want to utilize straight away, because we're looking at gear, we're looking at, you know, what's the stuff we might be able to put it on the auction house, make a little bit of money for that challenge tune, those kinds of things. Chris says, I have some very special greys, never ever using that button. And she also said, I want to say it asks you to confirm before you truly sell, but I could be wrong. Okay. Mrs. Rockguru says it does ask you to confirm if you want to sell. That's not too bad, but it's just, to me, I think it is inconvenient having it at the closest. Well, obviously if you're right-handed with your mouse, it would be that first one when I, bring my mouse over to sell something, and I'm so used to that being, I don't know, it just, to me, if they could allow to move those positions. Muscle memory, exactly fair. I think that's the thing. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone brings out an add-on for it, or if Blizzard will allow for that to change. I don't know. Can you turn it off in settings? I don't know, Tiber. Hi Zaya, welcome. I don't know. If anyone knows, can you pop it in chat or pop it in Discord? I think, as I said, I didn't even think to check the settings, because again, it was very limited for yesterday. Now, is there, with the patch, so obviously with the patch going live, we've had, there's been lots of new things. There's new cinematic, there's a new quest line for your scout toons, your main toons. Probably stuff that you don't want to take a high level challenge toon through. I think it would be dangerous to do the new stuff that's just come in with the, the Dream Surges. Bear with me, sorry, my brain is very foggy this morning. But Wowhead, as always, is a very good place to go and source the new patch info. So there's Dream Surge, that's what it is. That was confusing too, trying to figure that out. There was new customizations. Night Off Forsaken, I haven't even thought about that at the moment. I must admit, when I logged into Leeta, there was some new achievements that popped up for crafting, which I didn't even realize. Anything different? Eastern Cup will be starting on October 4th through to October 17th. They seriously need to show that. It's horrid. When I tried to do the calendar, it was not fun. I think I gave up after 2 hours of trying. It was horrid. Some changes to dragon riding. You can do a challenge course now across Dragon Isles. As you know, it's not my favorite thing to do. I do struggle with that quite a bit. Anything else? Has anyone played with this new ping system? Hang on, let me go back. Sorry, I'm just trying to read patch notes. Let me go back. Dream Surge, definitely. Once I figured out, I thought it was a portal that was going to take us into a bit like the time warp thingy. So it was a little bit confusing when it was not. It was just in the Waking Shore. Thank you, Chris, for whatever that was. Appreciate that. So definitely be very careful if you're on a high level challenge toon going around. I think they said Dream Surges will rotate zones. There's taking on like rares. There's a lot of mobs. Some of them are elites. There seemed to be on a couple that I did a lot of AoE stuff that was coming off that as well. So definitely be very, very careful if you're got a high level challenge toon, and if you're out in, kind of the vicinity, I would say probably get away from those areas. I really don't think it would be a good idea to have a challenge toon anywhere near it, other than possibly a green. A green might be doable because you've got a bit more hit points, but even then, extremely risky. Alright, let's see what everyone's saying. Just bear with me, I'm just scrolling back. Mrs. Rock Guru says both those heritage quest lines are